based on the reality surfaced in the elements of the predicament, there are a number of realizations that immediately surface. And I'd like to spend a moment and talk about them. So that with the intent that we're trying to figure out how to do virtual collaboration, it's apparent that the old tools and the old processes are just not up to the task at hand. Though fortunately we live in the age of the internet. The question is, how do we employ that in a meaningful manner to help overcome the shortcomings of the old tools and the old processes? We understand that the nature of the collaboration and the tasks at hand, they typically overwhelm the methods that we have previously used, so that we need a new set, integrated tool set. And though the tool is not actually the answer, it's just a vehicle, what we need is an integrated mindset that enables contributors who interact asynchronously when they have time slots available to actually interact in a way so that they feel as though they're part of the project and contribute to it in a meaningful way, even though it doesn't have the typical community undertaking feeling that you get with a large group of people attempting to figure out how to deal with a situation. Now, over the last several years, we've been doing experiments in this area sort of on an ongoing fashion, trying to sort out ways to go about doing this. And we have attempted to use discussion groups on an ongoing basis in several vehicles, in LinkedIn and Facebook and other specific places. And the difficulty with discussion groups is that they're essentially linear, one thing after another after another. And we have the situations that we have to address are large sets of relationships that are essentially not linear in any sense. But the nature of a discussion group being linear, because someone posts a thought which someone that keys a thought on the part of someone else and they want to respond, and the nature of discussion groups is that they're divergent. They get broader and broader and broader, and one has to work really diligently to bring them back to focus, though the focus doesn't seem to remain very long. It's very much like herding cats, and if you don't know what that's like, try it sometime. It's next to impossible for a group of people to come to a consensus in a discussion group. And we also attempted to build some micro worlds, some simulations of sets of relationships for people to interact with, to better understand the implications of the relationships. And what we quickly found out was that people tend to treat the micro world more like a game, and they're simply trying to figure out how to win the game, and they completely miss the deeper lessons that are there to learn about the implications of the relationships, how they unfold over time. So we sort of chucked that one. And what we finally came to understand is that the participants need to develop an understanding of relationships and their implications on the level of individuals and family and community and organizations and school, which is just one particular organization, and the world, and all of those various levels of relationship interactions that are relevant to the situation we're trying to figure out how to deal with. So, and the best way for people to come to understand those relationships is to actually build models themselves, as opposed to simply trying to understand other people's models, which makes the task extremely difficult because, as I said, we're continuing to talk about how to do virtual collaboration where you can't get a dozen people together and have them do a collective group model building undertaking. So we still think that building models is the appropriate approach. We just have to figure out how to do it in a new sort of way, and then allow people to actually work with those models to better understand the relationships and the implications of them over time. So this is the set of realizations that we have come to this point. And in the next video, I'll talk about the nature of an integrated tool set that we've evolved to undertake this with. So hope you found this meaningful, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.